Oh my god, Aurora, you're doing another deck profile even though it's barely been 2 weeks. Shut up. It's my channel, damn it. In all seriousness, how's it going, everybody? It's Aurora YGO here, coming at you with a very special video because this is a deck profile for my Dinosaur deck that finally, after 3 whole years, got me first place at locals. Yeah, it's been a long time since I started playing at locals and I finally won. It's kind of embarrassing, but I'm still happy. That night was awesome. I pulled 2 ulti Halks, sold those for $90. Let's see, I already talked about my job opportunity there. Pulled some more stuff, sold my Dragon Link core. It was all fine, hunky-dory, beautiful. And so today I figured I might as well show you the deck that won me my locals. So I'm going to go ahead and waste no time getting into it. We're going to start off with the big guys for once. Usually we start off with the level 4s. Let me just fix my mic real quick so I can get closer. There we go. So to start off, 2 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, 1 Dogeron, and 1 Dino Wrestler Pankratops. Let me just kind of like adjust this. My camera is higher up than usual than I do for these videos. So, yeah, very standard kind of lineup. I know a lot of people are actually starting to cut Dogeron, especially with the scrap engine coming out. I still think it's a nice card to have because a lot of people are saying, oh, Dino's now going to be going first deck. I don't think so. I feel like going second is still the best viable option for Dinosaur, especially in a format like this, because really the only changes to the meta decks right now is that Drytron's getting Mu Beta Fafnir, and that's really all I can think of right now. And so, like, just Tyranno Turbo is still really good for going second and everything. But I will admit going first is now a lot easier and a lot more fun with Scrap Raptor. And I will probably be doing a Scrap deck profile, well, Scrap Dinosaur, my bad. I'll probably be doing a Scrap Dinosaur deck profile once I get all the stuff for that. Unfortunately, there was no sneak peek at my local store for Lightning Overdrive, so you're just going to have to wait. Also, Chimera is still like $45, and so I'm going to wait for it to die down. So I'm going to kind of break down, like, you know, what kind of saved me a lot in that tournament. Pankratops. Oh my god, Pankratops. I am in love with this card. I never, like, I went into a lot still, even before that specific tournament, but Pankratops during that tournament, usually, if I open Tyranno and Pill, I'll go for Tyranno, and then I end up, like, losing both of them or something, to, like, Torrential Tribute or whatever. But, I've been going a lot more for Pankratops lately off of Pill, because I feel like if there's, like, a threat of back row in my opponent's, well, back row, if there's, like, a Floodgate or something, maybe, I'm going to go for the Pankratops instead of trying to be greedy. That's one of the big things I'm going for now, is I'm being less greedy when I don't have to be greedy. Like, I'm not going to go into do Garrus combo when I know they have multiple cards in hand and face down, and, like, it's just a bad idea. So, that's it for the big guys, only 4 of them. I might play Coatlas again, just maybe, but with the scrap engine, most likely not, but, you know, I was very heavily considering it because a back row negate is actually really nice in the main deck, and it pops babies and everything, and also can recycle your resources, because that's a problem with Dinosaur, is that they lose resources really fast. On to everybody's favorite level 4s. 3 Soul Eating Oviraptor, pretty standard. 3 Miscellaneousaurus, pretty standard. And the 1 Giant Rex. All of this is very standard, very basic. If you're a Dino player, you know this is the golden ratio. I've seen people cut Giant Rex for some reason, and I want to punch them. I don't know why, they're just... no. So yeah, Oviraptor is absolutely beautiful. I love this card. I've been doing a lot more sending of Giant Rex lately in order to get another body on board, especially when under things like Dimension Shifter. And then, you know, really nothing much has changed between these. I've been getting a lot more, like, creative, though, with my OV searches and sends. So, you know, I guess there's that. Yeah, you just kind of, like, shove it over there. On to the little guys. 2 Animadorned Archosaur, 2 Baby, and 1 Petite. Again, kind of standard. A lot of people are trying to play 3 Baby. I still feel like that's a bit too much, because if you go into late game and you brick on babies and you don't really have anything to proc them or anything to summon off of them, it's like, you know, it's kind of a waste. Pteranodon into Pankratops has also been a big thing of mine that I've been doing lately. It's been really, really helpful. And then I've seen people saying that Archosaur is kind of garbage because it can't pop from either field, and it can only pop a dinosaur instead of any monster. So, yeah, you're kind of a small brain, not gonna lie. And that's it for the actual dinosaur monsters. And now we're on to the hand trap lineup. 3 Artifact Lancia, 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, and 2 Droll and Lockbird. Ooh boy, the hand trap lineup. So, everyone's kind of maining Lancia right now. Like, everyone in the grandma's maining Lancia in any deck, which is a great idea. I've literally been opening it every single game lately, and it's amazing because every deck right now that isn't Prank Kids just kind of dies to Lancia, or at least gets hurt really hard by it. And it was weird playing Ash again, because when I was playing Dragon Link, I was side decking it, but I'm now siding the Gamma package because I don't really like the Gamma package much, and I'm probably not going to play it with the scraps either, because I know Team Sam made a video saying you can send Driver to lower Shooting Riser Dragon or whatever, but I don't feel like the Hulk package is kind of that great. But I like the Drolls in the main. Honestly, I'd probably play 3 if I could find my third one, but that ended up letting me play a card that came in clutch when I was in top 2, which was hilarious. So 2 Droll, pretty great. Droll is another kind of turn-ending hand trap that I feel like more people should be taking advantage of, like in the main deck, because a lot of decks die to Droll. Dinosaur admittedly doesn't, depending on their hand, unless they open mostly Fossil Digs, right? And then I know that Dragoonity, actually, this is a surprise, so in top 2, I Dragoonity, I drolled my Dragoonity opponent, and he's still full comboed. The only thing that he wasn't able to get was the Amorphage Lechery, I think it was, the one that prevents you from using spells when he's in the Pendulum Zone. That was all that he couldn't get, under a Droll, like seriously. So I'm feeling like if Elpy or something gets hit, Dragoonity's going to be the Dragon Link build to go for. So yeah, honestly, I feel like a lot of Dino's success rate can be with the right hand trap lineup, because hand traps are very important in this format, and in a deck where you can play a good chunk of them, it's really nice to be able to know what you're playing and what you're going to be needing. I'll just put that on the other side. It doesn't really matter. It's all going to go together anyway in the end. To the spells. 3 copies of Lost World, 1 copy of Mystic Mine, and 1 Terraforming. So, oh my god, Mystic Mine, I thought you said you hated Mystic Mine. Yeah, I do hate Mystic Mine, but I'm still gonna play it, like, the fuck? Lost World, absolutely insane. It's great opening multiple, but it's horrible drawing them late game. That's the unfortunate thing. Though this did help me win in, I think it was game 2 against Dragoonity in top 2. By the way, the same guy I actually lost to in Swiss, and then this last week, I actually destroyed him in Swiss, which is really funny. So, yeah, Mystic Mine, though, I've actually gone into this a lot. If I have the Lost World and the Terraforming, I'm going to grab the Mystic Mine a lot, because it can just bait out negates, and also it can just kind of stall until you can get your other things. It kind of killed me when I was in one round, though, last week. I mean, I went undefeated last week until top 2 because there were people talking and I couldn't focus, but still, undefeated, that was kind of cool. So technically, it was almost double first place, so no need to thank me. So yeah, Mystic Mine's pretty funny. And then we have 3 Fossil Dig and 2 Double Evolution Pill. Again, very standard. Fossil Dig is the main thing I can see getting hit on the ban list for Dinosaur, but I think with the scrap package and all that, they're not going to hit it on this list, but most definitely next list, because the scraps are going to make Dinosaur actually ridiculous. And then Pill is amazing. I love Pill. I love being able to grab Pankratops or Tyranno. I almost never get Dogoron unless I absolutely need to, but that's only if I'm out of Tyrannos or Pankratops. So there's that. Honestly, I wish Pankratops came back to 3, because I'd play at least 2. That card's actually insane. Let me just put this to the side. And then, okay, here's where it gets kind of interesting. 3 Pot of Extravagance. Oh my god, I don't have Prosperities, but believe it or not, Extravagance came up being better slightly over that tournament, because I drew into some hand traps that I needed for the next turn, and then I drew into more combo pieces or things that I could use to bait, like Mystic Mine and everything, and so that was really cool. I do kind of wish I could choose the things I banish, but, what can you do? But Extravagance, I'd still think Prosperity is better in Dinosaur, but Extravagance isn't as bad as I, thought it would be. And I'm very content with how it performed, It's also a great card for baiting things out as well, because you have to use it during the start of your main phase. And you can banish 3 if you don't really need to draw anything, and you want low risk, and your opponent's dumb enough to actually still negate it. And then here's some kind of weird techie things. My one of Twin Twisters that I use in almost every deck except for like Dragon Link because it was combo. But I love maining back row removal because it's very helpful for things like Mystic Mine or things like Eldritch or hell, even like Virtual World with their Floodgates, Prank Kids hitting the Pandemoniums in standby phase and then just absolutely destroying them. All sorts of stuff. The one called by, I love the one called by. It's so great. I wish it was at 3 still. It came up way more than once. I drew it a lot. Helped stop so many different hand traps that would have killed my Misk or my Pill. All sorts of that. And also, this came in clutch and helped me win Game 3, Top 2, and a few other games. Monster Reborn. This is what I was playing in place of the third Droll, because I wasn't playing the Gamma package anymore, so I didn't have enough cards to be 40 or over. So I was like, oh man, what should I play? And I was like, I'm usually against this card because I banished my stuff from grave anyway, but I'll play Monster Reborn. Hard summoning Tyranno, getting it killed, and then Monster Reborning it back is the funniest shit ever. Because unlike Overraptor that only summons in defense, you can just like, okay, Monster Reborn, bring back the Tyranno, and then just obliterate a field. And this, plus, it was Monster Reborn, plus an Ovi and a Giant Rex, I think, going into Dugaris that won in Game 3. I got so nervous, because I knew I'd have enough damage if I used Dugaris, and he had no cards in hand, no cards on field, and like nothing that could activate in grave, but I was still so nervous, because I'm so used to getting ass-pulled in fucking top 2. But yeah, the Monster Reborn summoning Tyranno kind of just saved me. It was really funny, and I'm very happy with how it performed. I think I'm going to play it in here from now on, seriously. And that's going to do it for the main deck, actually. It's 40 cards exactly, hence why I said I needed to play another card. On to the extra, which I don't think it's changed too much since my last deck profile for Dinosaur. I don't know, I don't really remember. But yeah, let's go ahead and start. We have 2 Dolka, kind of standard. 1 Logia, kind of standard. 2 Abyss Dweller, which is really funny because people don't expect me to play the second. It's like, come on, bro. I'm playing Extrav, and also Abyss Dweller's really good. 1 Tornado Dragon. So, I've actually been going into Tornado Dragon so often lately. I used to never go into him. That's why I cut it down from 2 to 1. I was like, oh, I don't want to banish it off of Extrav, but then I was like, I never go into it anyway. It's not that big of a deal. I love Tornado Dragon so much. The fact that it's a quick effect and can just out so many things, like floodgates and everything, is astounding. And he doesn't require anything specific. It's just 2 level 4s, boom, you get an MST. And so, like, Virtual World players playing something like Zombie World or whatever has absolutely no harm on you anymore, because Tornado Dragon can just say, fuck right out of here. So that's absolutely wonderful. 1 Dugaris, because Dugaris is fucking hilarious. And then Baguska, because I like sitting on a floodgate in case my board is outed or, like, I need to go in first play that doesn't revolve, my normal board. So, if I get, like, Dimension Shifted, right? Like, say I summon Ovi, they chain Dimension Shifter, I can send the Giant Rex, banish, summon back, sit on a Baguska, and pass. Something like that. Or if I get Ashed, or if I get Droll, or literally anything, I can just go into Baguska, sit on a Baguska, because it's usually better than a Dolka, and definitely better than a Logia, because 1 Logia is not going to really do anything. So, Baguska, I'm very happy that it wins you games that you probably shouldn't win, and it's a pretty good card. You should try it out. And then on to the Link monsters. Still playing 2 Link Kuriboh, 2 Secure Guard. No, that's the unfortunate part about Extrav, is you have to play 2 of each of these. And I still banish most of my Link Kuribohs every time, and it makes me so mad. The 1 Pentastag, because Pentastag is Pentastag. And then 1 Phoenix and 1 Unicorn. So, this Unicorn, oh my god. So, I was in that game 3, right? And he had a full board. He had, like, the level 10 Dragoonity. He had a Borreload Savage. And then he had, like, something else, I believe. And I end up outing everything, like, pretty normally, except for the level 10. And I have a massive board. I have, like, a Tyranno. I have, let's see, my bad. I had a Tyranno. I had a Pankratops, a Baby, a Misk, and I think a Dolka. Something like that. And so I end up, like, completely spacing the fact that Pankratops has a pop effect, and I go, okay, I'm gonna link the Pankratops, the Misk, the Baby, and then, crap, I had something else. Maybe, oh, yeah, I think I had, like, a Link Karibo as well, I'm sorry. I had, like, a Link Karibo, oh, no. No, I didn't have any Link monsters, I forgot, I'm not talking about a Link 4. Yeah, so I used Baby, Pank, and Misk. I go into a Unicorn, discard an Artifact Lancia, and shuffle back the level 10 Dragoonity Knight. Oh, no, that was the only monster on his board, my bad. He didn't have the Borreload Savage, because this was a worse board that he set up, because I had more outs. I had, like, a Lancia, and I had the Droll, I think. And so, I end up shuffling the level 10 back, and then after that, I have a split second of realization, like, oh my god, I could have just used Pank. Turns out, the next card that he drew was the Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon that pops itself to, like, special any extra deck dragon from your grave. And so if he would have summoned that level 10 back, I probably would have had a lot worse of a chance of actually winning. And so thank you, Unicorn, for being an accidental victory for me. But yeah, so that's going to have to do it for my deck profile. Let me just kind of, like, adjust this a little bit. I really hope you all enjoyed. I'm very happy with how this played out. I'm so glad that I finally won a tournament. I think I'm starting to actually get better as a player, because I'm usually kind of, like, very bad at focusing on things. I just kind of, like, wing it and go monkey brain mode. And so, yeah. Again, hope you all enjoyed it. Please tell me what you thought about it in the comments below, what you would have changed, just any general thoughts on it, or on what I should do a deck profile on next, because I have a water deck that I'm trying to rebuild after a while, and so maybe I'll do a deck profile on that once I get that fixed up. But for now, that's going to be Aurora, signing off.